So here we go.
Counts us down to kick-off there at Wembley in 10, 9.
The countdown is up, 10 seconds to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are underway here at Wembley. Liam Harris kicks deep left. And Gadwin Springer, oh no, they decide to go wide, catching me out straight away. Akins now brings us out to the left edge.
Well, adventurous play there on play one off the kickoff in wet conditions, but you know, Paul Cook is a very much an attack-minded coach, and he would have expressed that there would be an opportunity to move the point of attack early and catch the Knights, but they managed to handle it.
Well, they caught me out, Hendo. Gadwin Springer started his run in the concession stand, immediately switching the play out right. This is Springer up towards halfway. Featherstone now probably just looking to complete this first set of the cup final. Akins up into the line. He's tackled by Jesse D. This is the last, so first opportunity to try and put this York back free under some duress. Up it goes. Matt Arthur underneath it, and he'll return safely up towards the 20-metre line. York starting their first set of the game, dead centre, left of the ruck they come. Harris from acting half gives the ball to Ollie Field. He'll look to carry up towards the 40. Brought down just short of that mark. The kick will come in early in the set. Harris looking to try and turn Featherstone around. Akins just a little bit of football skills to keep control of it, but does bring it in safely. And after a slightly unconventional start from Featherstone, it feels like we're already into that rhythm of these two teams trying to feel each other out.
Yeah, absolutely, Lewis. I think great little trick play off the kickoff there from Paul Cook to get his team to move the point of attack, and it got them on the front foot early, and they made some good meters. It meant they were kicking 40 off their own line. And then obviously York, on the other hand, the tactics were to kick early in the set and try and gain field position off the back of a strong kicking game. So, but at the moment, Featherstone now make their way over the halfway line.
Move now, Paul, back. Go forward.
Both teams will just be looking to finish each set slightly further up the field from where they did last time, and that's exactly what Featherstone have done here as Springer plays the ball, and just a short kick poked up into the air. Matt Arthur does well to get underneath it, and he's settled on the 10-metre mark. So York starting this set from deep inside their own real estate.
Movement, Bradford, hold it, wait, stand up, go to, he's moved
now
forward.
Ngannou in at acting half brings us out to the right. Ollie Field involved again. Both sets of outside backs with a job to do today in yardage, you would think. McShane, he brings us out to the right hand side. York making steady progress, working their way downfield to try and see where they can get themselves into a kicking position, as Martin's brought down just short of the halfway line, hand in the air from the referee. So this is the last. The kick will come from pretty much on halfway. It's a high one, a little bit of miscommunication perhaps in the back three, but Akins eventually does the job. Just looked as if Akins and Alfertz hadn't quite decided who was going to bring that one in. Alfertz with the first carry, but we mentioned it before the game, it's going to be so important that they get that right.
Absolutely. Well, wonderful catch from Caleb Akins under pressure there. He done ever so well, got in position and he took it low around his ankles, but he done ever so well to keep it in these conditions. And yeah, it's been a decent opening for both teams. You know, both teams are making decent meters. You'd probably argue Featherstone have just slightly enjoyed the better of the field position. I think their first two kicks have been kicking from sort of 30 out from the York line. York sort of kicking inside their own half or sort of on the halfway line. So just the field position battle just at the moment edging in Featherstone's favour.
So the kick comes on the short side at the end of that set, and it will not quite bobble into touch. It does eventually. We're just going to see which way the referee points here. I think there's a suggestion that it may have been a York player who took that into touch. I think this is going to be Featherstone ball, so it's going to be York ball. So must have just.
It's Featherstone ball.
Featherstone ball.
You're right, Lewis. You see, Matt Arthur just must have had his foot on the touchline as he collected the football. It was a great, neat little kick from Reynolds in behind the line.
Oh no, York.
I know he's changed it over. Oh.
They can't decide between them who wants this. It is going to be York who get us back on the way.
There you go. What do we know?
Featherstone maybe just thinking if they kept hold of it for long enough, the referee would just let him get on with it. But it is York back in possession. McShane brings us out to the left-hand side. Sure, both coaches would have spoken about completion and low error rates in these conditions. 5 minutes into this cup final, and we're at 100% on both sides of the ball.
Yes, both teams are respecting position at the moment, which is really pleasing both coaches.
So Harris out to the right, then just the short drop-off ball. We walk up towards halfway. Still a couple of tackles in hand. Thompson now will just ramp up and get himself free. And now takes on the fullback. Aikens, the last line of defence, makes the tackle, but York with one more in their pocket to try and open the scoring. Out they come to the right-hand side. Harris just steps a kick through. Bobbling around, back to zero. York with a full set.
Now he's saying it wasn't played at.
Well, I thought he'd put his hand
I thought he
up in the air. I thought he'd waved that off.
I agree with you, Lewis. I
Maybe
thought
he's just had a word from his touch judge.
But it's a wonderful carry from Jordan Thompson.
Have a look at it again. Jordan Thompson just gets his nose through the line, shrugs off the tackle, and Aikens does really well.
He does. He's such a wonderful player for the York Knights, Jordan Thompson. He's one of the main players that gets the team going forward. He showed some great late footwork at the line there to get in between bodies, and then he's power with his leg drive to bust the tackles and make the line break. Didn't quite have the footwork to get around Caleb Abrams, who made a great tackle to save the try. And unfortunately there for York, they just couldn't get that repeat set. And Featherstone now working out their own end.
So Featherstone's turn to bring the ball away from their own line. The kick comes in, that one bounces off the knees, or does it? I think he's given a knock on here.
Yes.
I thought Joe Brown have done enough there to bring that in, but
look on the replay here, Lewis. It's Ben Reynolds who executes the kick. It's a decent kick in there behind into space, and it's hard to tell there on the replay, isn't it? Joe Brown seems to be protesting his innocence there. He's a bit confused by it, but either way, it's a great opportunity now for the Featherstone Rovers, who'll get a good ball attacking set, the first one of the half for them, as they'll start this scrum centre field, 25 metres out from the York line. We'll see what sort of questions they're going to ask this York defence now.
So both sides just throwing a few warning shots in the first 7 minutes of this final. Aikens up over the 20. Josh Hardcastle is in an acting half. Will play a short ball to Springer, who won't try anything fancy in these conditions. Sticks it under the arm and ramps in. Job now at hooker, brings us out to the left. Danny Addy decides to go himself and almost gets himself free, unable to just engineer that final bit of space that he needed. Job with options on both sides, but out to the left he comes, and really good defensive effort from York to just shut that short ball down.
That was a great tackle from William Harris there. It was a nice laid outline from the back rower, but Harris managed it well.
Light speed again from York to shut down the space, so Addy will just look to reset. This is the last, so the first real attacking kick of the game for Featherstone. Up comes short ball, and really good defence again from York to shut that down. And Featherstone not coming away with any points as Brad Day stopped a few metres short, but probably second best is to try and turn the ball over in this corner.
Yeah, they tried the power play, run play on last, and Hampshire goes to the line, and Brad Day just bounces a neat little outline there, but he gets simultaneously hit by the two York players, and it stops the play there. But it just means there that York are having to work it out from inside their own 10, but they've had two good carries early there.
So York up to their own 30. Real arm wrestle already developing in this game. Neither team really winning the territory battle. Possession must be pretty much down the middle. York looking to try and find some joy down the short side. This is the last. The kick will come from just inside Rovers territory, but Sure, Harris will try to put a high one up, force an error, or at least try and pin Featherstone into their own half. Really well dealt with by Connor Wynne, who now back on his feet looks to try and find a little bit of space over on that left-hand side, eventually dragged to the ground.
Yeah, it was a good kick return there from Connor Wynne, but it was a wonderful kick from Liam Harris. That sort of torpedo-style bomb that went high, it was swirling, but Connor Wynne did a great job to position himself.
Wolfert, his win almost racing through.
Release, 3, back, no, go 3, no. All gone 10, you're okay.
Player with plenty of Super League experience, of course, with Salford, Castleford and Leeds, now plying his trade in the Betfred Championship and chasing silverware with the Featherstone Rovers as Day just stops in his tracks and then has a crack at that York line. This is the last. So out we come to the right-hand side, kick stabs through again, and no doubt about this one finding touch.
Yeah, smart, neat little kick there from Rocky Hampshire, just using his experience. He just puts the ball in behind the Knights' defence. It finds the line, and that just allows now his team to get a little slight breather. But what it also does, Lewis, is it means he can get his line set. As we just look back here at the replay here, Connor Wynne on his kick return, evading a couple of would-be tacklers, got his side set on the front foot there. And then we see here Alford's carry and getting between McShane and Jack Martin. It's a strong carry, which allowed to put him into a position to get that neat little kick in behind.
Well, 10 minutes gone, and other than that Jordan Thompson line break, been very much punch for punch in the early rounds, but a huge shot goes in. Gablin Springer throwing all sorts at him and too much.
Force the error, I think. Jesse D.
For Jesse D.
It was a great line from Jesse D. I think he could see that Gablin Springer was retreating back on side late, so he's run towards the space, which he thought he could obviously exploit and generate a quick play the ball. But I think Springer just recovers in time and gets over the top there just to force the error.
It's that kind of double pincer tackle, isn't it, from the two prop forwards. Beckett from one direction, Springer from the other that forces the error. So golden opportunity for Featherstone and a penalty for offside. So error to penalty, plenty of hands in the air from the Featherstone Rovers camp saying go for the two.
Yeah, they will.
In a game where points might well be a premium, this feels like the sensible option.
Yeah, I think it's important. You know, in big games like this, and with conditions that they are, you've got to take points on offer inside the 20. And again, for that, that's a penalty there. Probably about 18 metres out from the York try line. So Ben Reynolds will line up to take the conversion. And it's Adahingano, as we see there on the replay, who was offside. He just jumped the gun. You know, he could see what he was trying to do. He obviously was trying to help his teammate who made the error by trying to put on a big shot and lift his team, but he's just left the play a little bit too early. And that will give an opportunity now for Featherstone to record the first points in this 1895 Cup final. And I think Coach Paul Cook will be pretty pleased with his side so far, the way they've started. They've carried well. They're being patient and finishing their sets well in the right areas of the field. And you know, defensively, they've been fairly tidy, other than the Jordan Thompson line break. They've been pretty tidy, Lewis, you feel.
It's Ben Reynolds with the job of nudging this penalty over and opening the scoring in the AB Sundecks 1895 Cup final, and he does just that. Featherstone edge out to a 2-0 lead, and you just feel that maybe a little bit of a settler for the Rovers. Both teams have been pretty tidy up until that kind of spell of errors from a York perspective.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Lewis. I think both teams have gone through their sets fairly well early doors, but again, it was probably the error from Joe Brown, and then obviously the error from Jesse D there that's provided an opportunity, and then a little bit of a discipline issue there from Hingano gives Featherstone the first opportunity to place points, which they do.
So Harris gets us back underway.
Oh, good shot there from Jack Martin.
Move now, Jack! Stay with me, Connor, wait! Go on.
And York looking to try and pin the Rovers in after conceding first points of the game.
Move now, Akuma!
No real try-scoring opportunities yet. Rovers have had a couple of cracks on that York line, but
I know, mate, I'm just telling you.
never felt like
Move, Connor, Jordan, hold, Paul, wait. Go 3.
they were going to convert them into 4 points. They have the 2.
4.
As Danny Addy now wraps up into the line.
Go 4.
Judd brings that to the right-hand side. Kick comes in. They're looking again to split winner and fullback. Joe Brown again employing his feet, and this time correctly, says the referee. So York with a reasonable starting position in this set to try and turn this into some good ball rugby, perhaps a scoring opportunity later on. And Harris gets on his bike from acting half and beats a couple of defenders, makes 10 or 12 metres and gets his team on the front foot. So York still with possession. Thompson again probing against that Featherstone defensive line. McShane in at hooker, options on both sides. Looks right, comes left. Kumatai gets the offload away. This is the last, but it will be an attacking, kicking position for York. Hingano puts it up into the air. Galliano brings it down, but not cleanly. And it's going to be a Featherstone ball. Just for a second, there'd have been a few hearts in mouths there.
Yeah, they were. Again, it was out of Hingano with the execution of the left foot kick into the corner for Galliano. He outjumps Alferts. He couldn't hold on to the ball as he was coming down, and then there's a little bit of a melee on the floor with Ollie Field and Alferts, and unfortunately I think it's Field this team to have knocked the ball on, and Featherstone survived. But again, I think Mark Applegarth would have been pleased with that response after conceding 2 points. It was a good kick-off set, and as you said, Lewis, they started their set in good field position. It's allowed them to end the set with an attacking kick.
Judd jumps out to the skinny side, trying to engineer an overlap for Featherstone, just about shut down. There were numbers available if they could have got the ball through hands. Aikens up to the line, or straight into Jordan Thompson, who just shuts that play down, and this is the last. So kick will come from just inside Knight's territory. Again, it's a little chip over the top, looking for the sideline. It won't find it, so At Arthur will have to try and bring it to safety. 3 or 4 Featherstone defenders meet him and will look to try and bring him over to the touchline.
Strong defence here from Featherstone Rovers. A really good kick chase, and again that's a great tackle from Will Judd, hitting Joe Brown underneath the ball there. That's 2 strong tackles from the Featherstone Rovers as Brendan Santee now comes into the fray.
Will Judd, no stranger to the York Knights, of course, fan favourite during his time there. So up to the 30-metre mark come York. Hand is in the air again, so the kick will come from behind the York 40. McShane splits the back 2.
That's a great kick.
It's a really clever kick because that stops dead, and now Alferts has some work to do. Takes a little bumper car bounce now. Ooh, Alferts playing with fire. The ball's still bouncing around. And eventually,
wow,
we settle for a goal line dropout, but my word, Daryl Alferts, you won't want to watch that back, playing the ball to no one, and Featherstone just about survived.
I'm not sure what was going on here. I don't know why Caleb Aikens wasn't he must have
just backed away, doesn't he? Alferts isn't to know.
I think he's thought Brendan Santee was one of his own teammates. It's almost if he's thinking Sandy's going to dummy half and he's going to carry off the ruck, and then he's realised, oh no, that's a York player. Then he had to sort of dive on the ball, but then he's thrown the pass which hit the post and then didn't really give Josh Hardcastle an opportunity. But now that could be a big play for York. That kick out of dummy half from McShane was a wonderful kick that found grass and found space and held up well in the in goal. Alfred did well to get out of it, but unfortunately for the Rovers, a little bit of miscommunication and disruption at the back has now meant they're going to have to defend their try line, and the Knights on the attack now through Santee.
So Featherstone with more defending to do. McShane brings it to the left where all of the York numbers are. Jesse D now cutting back inside. He'll be brought down pretty much dead centre. Options on both sides. McShane just jumps out himself, then plays it to Thompson, to Harris, but we're going to come back for a forward pass.
Yeah, so I think it was the one off McShane Lewis. The pass to Geordie Thompson. I just think just got a little bit of pressure from, a little bit of heat from the marker, did McShane, and it just forced him to rush his pass, and it's gone forward. We'll see it here on the replay. This is Jesse D coming back against the grain on a drop-off play. And then it's this next play here. We'll see McShane pick the ball up. He's trying to grab the marker to fix him, but he just gets a little bit of pressure there. And I think the pass goes forward to Geordie Thompson. That's what the referee, Liam Rush, has adjudged. So the Rovers survive. This is great defence here from the Knights off the scrum as they drive Alford's back.
Darryl Alford having to do a lot of work early on in this game, but all of it pretty much inside his own 20.
Well, you did speak about the back five pre-game, Lewis, didn't you, about the importance of them today.
Hold. Go to. He's good. Correct.
So now Featherstone trying to get themselves back on the front foot after a little spell of York having the better of the football. Addy
good now.
brings us back on the inside up towards the 40-metre mark. Still tackles in hand for Featherstone, so an opportunity to try and march themselves up into York territory. Out to the right we come. Hingano and then D getting across to shut things down. This is the last.
Back Brendan. Go 5. Day middle.
Addy middle.
Kick us through. Good now. All clear.
So Matarfa up towards the 10-metre line.
Help! Help! Release one. Hold, go one. Danny
Already have to do a bit of
King's good.
mopping up.
Correct.
Featherstone employing a lot of those kind of low bouncing kicks.
Danny. Good now, Danny. You're good, Danny.
And York again finding some joy at the middle. Just a few gaps around the ruck starting to appear.
Go 3.
McShane out on the left-hand side. Hingano looks to kick and then
Still 3.
decides to keep ball in hand. Gets the offload away to D. He gives it to Santi. So
4. Move, King.
bit of hot potato from York, but no real progress made. McShane brings us out to the right to Thompson. Thompson had numbers on his shoulder if he could have got his arm free, but unable to engineer an offload. This is the last. McShane out to Harris, who checks back in onto his right foot, gets the kick away. Alfertz has plenty of time to just drift underneath it and bring that in safely.
Stand now away. 1. Wait.
And other than the penalty that bought points for Featherstone Rovers, Hendo.
0.
Oh, now that ball's gone to ground. Santi's picked up. I was just about to say, this has been a real arm wrestle.
Release. 0.
And then Featherstone give York with an attacking set. So McShane out to the right-hand side. Gets the ball back from the offload. He has Santi on his shoulder. Santi rolls off one tackle before running into Springer, who brings him down.
Hold. Go on.
Hampshire right.
Ryan.
And we come
Ryan.
left and then backing on to the right with Hingano.
Ryan.
It's a good tackle from Brad Daly. Hingano looks hurt. Lewis, he hasn't moved.
No, he's taken a shot there, hasn't he? Hingano.
Medical team rushing on now to support Ada Hingano. I hope he's okay.
I don't know what the head's made.
Yeah, some genuine concern from both teams for Asa Hingano.
See it on the replay here, Lewis.
Let me deal with the incident. I'm not standing here arguing with you.
So Santi playing the ball, McShane at dummy half. They come down to this left side here now.
King Vuniwala, who's onto the field, who
And it's Brad Day that makes the
one
contact.
tackle, and then Brad Day with the next one. And that's the one that's caused the issue for Hingano.
Just trying to see what's happened here in the contact.
Just double checking.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on report.
Yeah.
See it again from behind the post, this different angle. Hingano comes off the left foot. I'm not sure if there's I can't tell if there's been a head contact there or not, but
I'm going to put it on
there's anything too much wrong. I can see from there, Lewis, can you?
Not a huge amount obvious. Sounds like it's been put on report. Hingano is now sat up, which is a positive sign.
You're not linked up to the clock on the screen now. Your time is off, isn't it?
It's definitely a strong tackle from Brad Day. Looked okay to me. Another angle of it here. Brad Day, the number 11, who's at second marker there. Comes across and Adder off the left foot there and into Day, and
Maybe just gets his head in the wrong place, Hingano, as he's kind of jarred in the tackle. Almost a little bit of whiplash, maybe.
Possibly there. I didn't see too much wrong from the tackle technique from Day. Looked okay to me.
So the medical team taking their time with Hingano, as they should, with everything around the head and neck, of course.
Player welfare and player safety is paramount, Lewis. But again, it was a great tackle from Ollie Field that forced the error, which gave York the field position and the opportunity now. Geez, it's been a good game so far, hasn't it?
It has been. 24 minutes has absolutely flown by.
Both teams are playing their part in what's been an epic battle. And I think both coaches will be fairly pleased with how their sides are doing.
So I think it's a head-on-head. I've not got a
Well, for all the time that a game is close, you're in it, aren't you? You can win it, and that's what cup finals ultimately are all about. So I don't think either coach will be particularly upset with a 2-point margin either way. Garno back on his feet. Maybe
looking at those images there, it looks like he's obviously bleeding.
Dentistry almost.
Yeah, so he's obviously. So I don't know if there's been an accidental sort of head clash there.
A couple of fillings maybe for Hingano next week, but he is back on his feet and ready to play the ball. So we will get underway. York have all of their shapes stacked out to this right-hand side. McShane is in at hooker with Harris to his right. That is exactly where they go. So back underway. York with a golden opportunity to try and get their first points of this cup final. McShane has options on both sides of the ruck. They come outside to the right. Harris, could be an overlap here if they can get the ball away.
Gee, that was a good tackle there from Connor Wynn.
This is defence just doing enough to shut down Buchanan. York with a full width for the field to play with, but they keep it relatively narrow for the time being. This is the last, so one more opportunity for an attacking kick to come in. McShane out to the right-hand side. They keep the ball in hand. Buchanan look for the offload. It's gone to ground.
6 again.
This time it is White back to 0, so York with a full set in their pocket to try and work some points onto the ball. Full width again. Keep it tight for the time being. Two lines of shape set up on this left-hand side, and that's the way they come. But then Thompson checking back onto his right foot. He's brought down 4 metres away.
6 again.
6 again. Referee saying it was taking too long around the ruck, so Hingano. Holyfield is trying to bash his way over on the left-hand side. Stopped just short. D crabbing along the line, looking to try and drag a few defenders into his gravitational field. Liam Harris is stopped 8 metres away.
Wait, go to.
Santi trying to roll his way through the Featherstone line. He's brought down as well. Rovers doing a good job at the moment of keeping them out. Short side, ball goes to ground.
Referee's called knock on, I think, here.
It's Featherstone celebrating, so I think he's going to give it as a Featherstone ball.
Paul McShane is obviously just.
We'll have another look at that, because it did look, from our vantage point, as if there was a hand in there. I think that's what McShane is saying.
Yeah, well, I think McShane is saying that he was impeded by the Featherstone play there in the ruck.
I
don't know.
Yeah, no, he isn't.
Yeah.
That is what he's saying. I'm not sure I want to make that decision.
Back on the line. On the line.
Have a look at it again on the replay. So I think it's Gale that's on the floor. Shane jumps out, but
Just as he
can't tell from that angle whether
goes
it's
to
hit
pass
or
the
not.
ball, he runs into traffic, doesn't he? But the referee says it's Featherstone ball. It's a Featherstone ball it is, and we're back on the way.
Well, that'll give Featherstone a huge lift there, Lewis. They've defended, I think, 2 or 3 back-to-back sets on their goal line there, and Coach Paul Cook will be really, really pleased with his side, the way they've managed that set defensively, or those few sets defensively on their try line.
So up towards the 30, go Featherstone. They'll be looking to just get some territory in this set and put the ball down into York real estate for the first time in a while in this game. 28 minutes or so played, just that Reynolds penalty the difference. Short kick, just bounces up for Matarafa to bring in, and he stopped just short of the 40. So again, York just perhaps moving the needle in the arm wrestling.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there, Lewis. Again, it's a great starting position for the Knights, starting to play on their own 40. Yeah, I'm not sure Ben Reynolds executed the kick as well as he liked. I think he may have just mishit that kick. It didn't seem to connect with it well and get the distance he would have liked.
The rain has started pretty heavily again. here at Wembley. Hingano brings us out to the right-hand side. Harris up to the line. Numbers on this right edge if York want to use them. They bring it back inside. Still tackles in hand and edging ever closer towards points in this cup final. Featherstone's defence resolute so far. Options on both sides of the ruck. McShane chooses to come right. Out to Harris. Could be in here. Oh, he's lost it. Knocked on over the line. It was Matt Arthur who couldn't quite finish the job.
Yeah, wow, opportunity there for the York Knights, but it's outstanding goal line defence from Featherstone Rovers. You've got to give them credit. They keep turning up for each other, and we see here down the short side of a quick play ball from Hudson. Harris comes across the line, he dummies inside, goes out the back to Matt Arthur, and he gets in between bodies. And I don't know whether he was sinking to try and reach the arm out, and maybe in the act of doing so, his arm gets knocked, but they create the opportunity. Boots, Connor wins, kill defence. And oh, ever so close, agonisingly close. But that's just a little warning sign there for the Rovers. But once again, I'll have to credit their goal line defence. It's been outstanding.
Well, they've done a lot of work in the last 5 minutes coming out from the shadow of their own sticks. What would be shadow if we had much daylight here at Wembley?
Move Jordan!
It's a moody day in the capital.
That's an error made there from
Alford.
Alford.
The ruck from Alford. So York celebrating, and the pressure gauge just going up again on the Rovers.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that York have probably just grabbed the ascendancy, haven't they, in this game? They've certainly enjoyed the better of the field position in this sort of past 10 minutes. The question is can they turn this pressure into points? Yeah, we saw in the last game in the Challenge Cup when Warrington had a lot of field position and possession, didn't quite turn that into points, and it came to haunt them at the back end of the game. I'm sure they'll be hopeful that they can actually convert here.
So York taking the scrum on the left tram line and immediately moving the ball across.
Stand up! Hold. Go one clean up there.
Featherstone with another set to defend on their goal line.
Line!
5 metres away, dead centre, and then a penalty. And straight away, Paul McShane turns to the dugout and says, "We'll take 2 points, please."
I'm stood there. No, come on.
Seeing saying it's a ball still there from Danny Addy.
Just be careful in the rough, pulling legs, just stay out of it if you can.
The Knights will take the 2 points, and that's the right call.
Well, maybe in different circumstances, having had all of that possession and attacking play, you might say that they would roll it on and go for 4 or 6, but
I know you tend to get them right, but yeah.
10 metres out, dead in front, only two points behind in the board in the cup final.
Yeah.
You're taking the kick all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. I just, again, any time you're inside that 20-metre zone in a game like this, with the magnitude and things at stake, and with the conditions, you know, you've got to take the points on offer. And I think I hear what you're saying, Lewis. You know, York have enjoyed the field position, probably a little bit of the ascendancy and momentum at present, but the goal line defence from Featherstone has been equally good and tough to break down. And I think they'd be disappointed if they didn't come away from this spell of possession with points. And thankfully for York, they will do off the back of that penalty.
So Harris just brushes the kick over, and we are locked up at 2 points all. Around 33 minutes played here at Wembley, and there was only 2 points between these two sides when they met a few weeks ago. The indications, half an hour gone here, is that we're heading for another close one.
Got that set, you just got to keep working with position.
High scoring when these two teams met in this final a few years ago. Not that here so far, but enthralling from minute 1. So back underway. York will get the football back, of course, and look to work their way downfield. They've got some wind in their sails. They've had a few attacking sets. Unable to engineer anything in the way of tries, but back to parity on the scoreboard. Huge hit
there from
King Buniola.
Wow!
Hits Brendan Santi with everything he's got.
Like a sledgehammer.
Santi, he rides it well, gets up and plays the ball, but Buniola going for the Hollywood tackle, making a statement.
Wow.
Move now, Danny. Jordan,
Love
back.
to see that again.
Go for. Well done, Jordan.
McShane brings us out to the left-hand side.
Holds well.
York marching up towards the halfway line.
Hold. Go 5.
The Wembley arch still shaking
Bailey,
from that King Funiawa tackle as the kick goes up into the air.
It's outside.
Connor Wynne drifts underneath it safely, brings the ball in.
1. Move, Connor.
Oh, boys!
Back.
Feels like we've had a huge amount of ball in play in this game.
Held. Release ball. 2 holds.
So dead centre, Will Jubb will bring us out to the right-hand side. Old Thurts again
3.
called into action in yardage.
Go
He'll
3.
play the ball 35 metres away from his own try line.
4. Move now, Jordan. Go 4.
Jubb
That was me, not saying.
now comes right to Akins, who tries to evade the tackle of Santi, but he's dragged down, so the kick will come eventually.
Kick is clear. Outside.
Hampshire just finding a little bit of space before nudging that ball over the top. And
1.
so a matter who
King, hold.
came closest to
Wait.
finding a try so far in this game.
King, you're off.
He'll play the ball 15 metres away from his own line.
2. Leave the ball, Danny. King, hold with me. Wait, clear, hold. Hold. Go 2.
McShane again brings us out to the
3.
right.
Move now, Gareth. Back and hold. Wait. Go 3.
And the longer this goes on like this,
Brad Ryan all the way. Hold. Go
I just
4.
wonder what the tactics will be from both of these coaches. Do you stick or twist as the kick goes over the top? Wynne deals with it well in the end. That would have been a 40-20, I think.
Yeah, you're right, Lewis. It would have been. Once again, Connor Wynn's positioned himself well. He's dealt with everything thrown at him so far, but he looks a little bit ginger as he gets up. Copped a knock in that tackle.
Old Thurts again stopped for no gain. Akins asking the question about if the defence are onside. The referee says they were, so Featherstone just have to get on with it.
3.
Showing some good line speed here, York.
Hold. Go 3.
Aiken and Acting half brings us out to the left, and contact comes in.
4. Move now.
McShane.
Get square. Back. Hold. Go 4.
As he did for so many years in the Betfred Super League, leading the line, he defended another big hit. Hingano getting involved. The physicality just going up a notch here at Wembley. Hampshire puts a kick over the top, and that will just bounce into touch and turn the Knights around.
It's interesting to see.
Stuck in, aren't they, Hendo?
Yeah, they are, Lewis, and it's interesting to see the kick plan from both teams. York are tending to.
This is the one from a few minutes ago.
Great shot. Yeah, I'm glad we got to see that one again. It was a good shot. Oh, they're putting it on again for us. Yeah, it was well timed contact there from Vuniama. Outstanding shot. But fair play to Sandy. He rolled it, got up and played it. But interesting to check out the kick plans from both teams. You know, you look at Featherstone, Reynolds, and Hampshire just happy to put those little low kicks in behind into corners, trying to find some grass, whereas York are trying the more aerial route and put the kicks up high from Hingano and Harris. So interesting to see that.
Some good meters made there by Matt Arthur, and McShane jumps out from dummy half, looking to try and get his team on the front foot. A couple of minutes left in this half.
Go 5.
You would think that if we go into the sheds at 2-all, both sets of coaches and teams will be pretty satisfied with the way that the first 40 minutes has gone. I don't think either team would have expected to have run away with this at any point.
Move now, Jordan. Back ball, wait.
Well, there's certainly been no shortage of effort and endeavour from both teams. It's been a gripping, absorbing contest, this one, Lewis.
Good now.
Pointing out at this point, that clock on your screen, just a guide, not hooked up to the referee's watch. So 38 minutes gone, we're not quite sure what is left in terms of injury time, almost.
Move, Jesse. Hold, wait. Go 5.
Old Thurts plays the ball to Jubb, and again the kick will come in. This time they opt to go deep, and Scott Galliano will bring it in. He's not had too much to do so far. A lot of the play's been down that right-hand side, but again,
Will Jubb there with another great tackle.
Defence.
Can't stop it, no green card. 2. Move.
Matt Arthur will play the ball.
Play on, 10's good.
And York up towards halfway.
All the way, hold. No, stand up, go. 3.
Back on side. Hold jump right.
Into Rovers territory go the Knights, and that's where they've played a lot of the last 10 or 15 minutes of this game. Hingano cuts one way, almost gets himself through, thought about the offload, kept it in hand. Can York organise anything attackingly here? Harris puts the ball up into the air. Connor Wind does really well underneath it, as he has done for pretty much the whole of this first half.
Santi offside left.
Brendan! 2.
I tell you what, if you've watched all 3 games today, you've had good value for Manny Wigan, putting on a real clinic in the Women's Betfred Challenge Cup final. 1 for the ages in the Men's Betfred Challenge Cup final, with Holkar winning it at the death. The 40 minutes played in the AB Sundecks 1895 Cup final. And all the signs point towards a blockbuster finish again.
All clear, mate.
So Galliano will just track back and pick this ball up. He'll look to try and split between 2 of the Featherstone defenders. Nearly does. He'll play the ball just short of the 30-metre line.
Go on.
You would think at this point both teams probably happy to just get through the tackles here and get into the sheds.
Back, hold. Go 2.
Into essentially time added on at this point.
Back. Go 3. Better. Damn it.
Now Jesse D will try to
4.
crack his way through this Featherstone line, but Shane with options on both sides. Just goes short right to Kieran Hudson.
5.
He's brought down just short of the 30.
Go 5.
Last chance in this set for York. He'll shift the ball from one edge towards the other. Hingano does put the kick into the air. Olferts brings it in safely, but it's a welcoming party of Hingano and Ollie Field, who bring him down just a couple of metres short. So York finishing this half trying to pin Featherstone Rovers in. Feather's done a pretty good job of navigating these yardage sets so far.
Luis Kieran, hold. Go 3.
And Aikens, who's been busy, a full-back.
He's got through some work, Lewis. He's made some carries out of backfield for his team.
As is this man, Daryl Olferts. And he's going to get a penalty for his team as well.
Never make it to me, mate.
So perhaps one last opportunity in this half for Fev to try and kick deep and have a crack at the York try line.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with that, York. I just felt they were winning that. Oh, he's not found touch, has he? No, yeah. Oh, no! Oh, let's play on. Play on, he says.
It's pinball. The kick doesn't find touch. York eventually bring it in.
Yeah, he's mishit that one again, Ben Reynolds. I felt like earlier in the game he put a kick and he didn't quite strike it well enough. So I don't know whether he's just losing his footing before he kicks or what happens there. But yeah, that's a poor miss there from Ben Reynolds, and the Knights will be pleased with that one.
So it might be York who get one more attacking set. I think it will be, because they get a penalty of their own.
Yeah, that's why it's just a penalty. Play the ball, Will.
Depends on how long's to go on the clock. If there's only a few seconds, he'd take the 2.
I think you probably do, don't you, in these circumstances? They look like they're going to go for it.
They're going for 2, yeah.
They are, yeah.
That's the right call. There's only a few seconds to go. Then you might as well have a crack at taking the 2 and taking the lead. But
not a foregone conclusion from this distance.
No.
But an opportunity for York to nudge themselves ahead for the first time.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with that there, Featherstone. They were doing it tough there the last few sets. They've been coming off inside their own 10. York have probably just been winning that field position battle. And then they give away a penalty, York, for, I think it was for offside or a little bit of ill-discipline there. And unfortunately for Ben Reynolds, he doesn't strike the touch finder well enough. And Joe Brown's able to keep it in the field of play. And a few plays later, Featherstone are guilty of an offence that now gives the Knights and Liam Harris an opportunity to extend their lead and go in at half time, 4 points to 2.
So Harris taking his time over this one, as you would expect. Probably about 43 metres, I'd say. Radar shouldn't be an issue, it's pretty central. It's just if he can keep it long enough as well. So up he steps to give York the lead in the cup final. Hit it pretty well. Has it got the legs? Yes, it has. So as the hooter sounds at Wembley, Liam Harris nudges York into the lead after what a really interesting 40 minutes of rugby league, Hendo. No tries, but plenty to talk about. So here we go. A big 40 minutes on the way. Back up and running here on Wembley. And York's first job of the second half is to get themselves out of their own.
Oh, it's gone dead apparently there, Lewis. I was going to say it was a great kickoff, wasn't it?
Well,
I believe that
it went deep.
It did go to, and I think he's adjudged that Kieran Hudson may have had a foot on the dead ball line as the ball's bounced to him, and that's what the touch judges have obviously radioed into referee Liam Rush. It was a great kickoff. Obviously, the Knights allowed it to bounce. Everyone thought that Hudson had collected it okay, but as he's jumped, oh yeah,
it's a fantastic decision.
Wow, that's well spotted by the touch judge, or the in-goal touch judge it'll be, that saw that one. That's wow. Well, that's a great start for the Rovers. They've now got first opportunity to try and challenge this Knights goal line defence and ask some genuine questions. But that's great D there on the edge here from Connor Bailey. McShane in attendance.
So Wim will play the ball to Jubb. Jubb brings us out to the right-hand side, and Featherstone just keeping it tight on this occasion, up towards the 10-metre mark. Golden opportunity. First time in a long time in this game that Featherstone have been able to have a real look at this York line.
Move now. Hold here. Back weight.
So Jubb has options on both sides. He'll come short side of a short ball. Jesse D flying out the line for York to make the tackle. This is the last, so Featherstone have to do something with it on this play. Jubb brings us out to the left. The kick will come right the way across field.
Oh, great catch.
Done really well, Kieran Buchanan, to get up on his cherry picker and bring that one down. York start this set on their own try line.
That was a tremendous catch from Kieran Buchanan. He was under pressure. It was a great kick from Hampshire. He landed it just on the try line there. And if the Featherstone Rovers kick chased him were able to get above Buchanan, they'd probably catch and score. But Buchanan did ever so well as he had a blue wall in front of him. And now it's the Knights
Thompson
coming out.
Rock back again there. He'll play the ball on the 20-metre mark. McShane gets on his bike, and you can see that the markers weren't square. Using all of that experience, Paul McShane, to earn his team a penalty.
He certainly has. That'll disappoint coach Paul Cook there. He'll be very encouraged by the start by earning the ball back on the kickoff. And then he'll be disappointed that his side has given away a penalty and just relieved that early pressure. And now the Knights
up to halfway. So Ollie Field takes the first carry of the set. Into Featherstone's real estate. Here comes Paul McShane up over the 40-metre mark, up towards the 30. York have all of their numbers stacked out towards his right edge, and that's the way they come with Hingano. He'll just drop it off to Thompson, who tries the industrial route through the middle, met by three Featherstone defenders who bring him down.
He's made an
error in there as well, so early days in this second half, but a couple of small wins for the Featherstone Rovers.
Jordan Thompson, he just looks to the ground in disappointment. He knows that's a...
We'll just have another look at it. Inside ball from Hingano to Thompson. Welcoming committee of three Featherstone defenders, and just as he goes to the ground, loses control of it.
The Rovers are encouraged by that.
So Featherstone with the scrum. Jubb brings us out to the left. I just wonder, given the occasion, given the size of the pitch, given the conditions, when fitness will start to play its part here at Wembley. Featherstone up to halfway. Jubb can pick left or right, picks right. Good strong shoulder left in there from D. Buniyawa will bring it right up to the line before bringing it out the back. And now Featherstone making some decent metres up on this left-hand side. This is the last, but 20 metres away from the York line. Rovers can engineer something here. Reynolds puts it up in the air. Oh, again, just the York defenders on this occasion, not quite clear as to who was taking responsibility for that one.
Yeah, it looked like there'd been a little bit of confusion there between Arthur and Brown, but Arthur claims it. But the Rovers will be happy with that. They finish inside York's 10, and as long as they can keep their discipline right here, they'll be forcing York to kick inside their own half.
Go for it.
So York with the job of just getting themselves away from their own try line. McShane will bring us out to left to Hingano, who will kick from inside the 30. This is a 40-20 attempt, which is still rolling on.
Wow,
just about kept in from Akins for a second then. I thought York had engineered one of the best kicks we'll see, but then the defensive effort is superb, and it will be a goal line dropout. And that kick from Hingano has flipped this second half on its head, Hendo.
Well, we talk about game-changing moments, Lewis, and that potentially early kick from Hingano inside his own 40, or inside his own 30 even, I think you called, Lewis. And he gets that big left boot on it. He sees that there's nobody back for the Featherstone Rovers. The wingers are flattened up in the line. And he got some power on that kick and get some distance. It was looking like it was going to go into touch for a 40-20. Akins did brilliantly to cover the ground at pace and prevent it from going into touch. But as a result, the kick chase team of the Knights, 3 or 4 in attendance, are able to catch him, hold him up and drive him into the in goal. And now the Knights with a fantastic opportunity in the second half, attacking the Rovers line.
So both teams now attacking the end, housing their supporters. Can the York fans urge their team over the line for the first try of the evening in this AB Sundecks 1895 Cup? Hingano. Santi leaves the ball on the floor.
Sam Cook it is.
It's Cook, sorry. Yeah, right, you are.
Oh, it's a disappointing error from Sam Cook. Unforced one as well. And won't please coach Mark Applegarth. It's a simple drop-off play here as we see come along. And I just, I'm not sure, I don't know if Cook thought he wasn't getting it, but you know, at the end of the day, you're always an option and you've always got to be ready to collect the football. And I'm not too sure what happened there. Just switched off there for a slight moment, and the Rovers survive.
So another opportunity going begging. Both teams might feel they've left a couple of tries out there at this stage now.
Connor Wynn, he's not in a good way there, Connor Wynn, by the looks of it.
Well, he's back up, sat up at least, so encouraging at least.
Not sure what's happened here.
Connor Wynn just receiving some treatment here, so everyone an opportunity to take a breather. 7 minutes or so into this second half. Let's look at it again. Just rides a few tackles and gets a few knocks.
Can't see much in that.
Not sure there's anything malicious in there.
You can see something different from this angle, but his initial shot's good there from Connor Bailey. Cook comes in. Not too sure.
It's just rugby league, isn't it, Endo? I think.
Yeah. He seems
It's a tough
okay.
ball game.
Yeah, he's on his feet now, which is good. There's nothing really I don't think the answer's for there.
Let's go, Connor. Yeah.
Play on.
Play on. Don't it.
Some more juggling.
Moving square.
Featherstone getting away with it on this occasion.
Hold McShane right. Need a step.
Watch him.
Gareth Gale, whose name we've not mentioned much in this afternoon. Featherstone now looking to try and apply some width and make some progress, but again that York defence gets a roll on, looking to try and find the touchline. Stay in the field of play for the time being, Featherstone, and now come back to the other side, looking to try and change the point of attack. That's a messy pass. Gale just manages to shut it down. Out it comes to Wynn, who looks to just try and put the burners on. Bumps off one defender.
Jeez, he's done well to stay in there.
Remarkable effort really from Connor Wynn, probably still feeling the effects of that knock as well. So Now Hampshire puts the ball over the top. The game just... Speed of the game just going up a notch.
Well, I think York's line speed's been pretty impressive. Penalty there, ball steal from Josh Hardcastle on Scott Galliano. But yeah, I think some of the line speed from York this evening's been impressive, and there's a good line speed there, but it was Jordan Williams that bounced out of a tackle and spun out like a pinball, and then he found King Vuiao, tried to, here we see here now, tries to find the long cutout pass, didn't execute it well off the foot of Gale, back to Reynolds, finds Win, and Win backs himself here on the outside. He backed himself, he could have easily got put in a touch here, but he shows great strength to bump off Harris, evade Brown and get to ground and give Hampshire an opportunity to kick on the last play. But unfortunately for the Rovers, a penalty conceded by Hardcastle relieves that pressure, and now the Knights carry off the back of the penalty.
So up towards halfway come York. McShane, who's been out there for the duration, out to Hingano. Kieran Hudson carries up towards halfway, eventually forced back by three Featherstone Rovers defenders. McShane, Hingano again, he'll keep the ball in hand, look to step his way through the line. Lassoud down, so York will try again. And this is D looking to try and find a little bit of space in the middle, brings us pretty much central. Options left and right. McShane will come out to the right hand side to Thompson, who brings it up to the line before the pass out to Harris. Bailey plays the ball. Cook. That's pinballed all over the place, and Gale in the end able to just pick it up. That could have fallen to anyone. Reynolds in then at acting half.
Both teams early in this second half have been guilty of some ill discipline or poor handling errors. Neither team could just get that flow that they had in the first half. Maybe a little bit of the nerves kicking in, Lewis.
Well, I don't think it's yet, is it? But at some point, one of these teams is going to have to make a decision about sticking or twisting and going for it and trying to win this cup final. Because at the moment, we're just in this kind of cut and thrust arm wrestle. This could be the moment. Connor Jones out the middle. He's got options on his right hand side. Keeps the ball in hand. Still going, Connor Jones up over the 20. One more tackle in this set for Featherstone to try and make something happen. And the clock has been stopped. And boos from the Featherstone fans.
He was on and then he stepped off.
Your doctor enters
I think
the field.
Connor Wynne was
I stopped the game and then goes off the field.
receiving some attention, so
that's not my fault. Jones can play the ball.
he stops the game, that does the referee. It will be one more tackle, but all that momentum, all that speed that Featherstone have built up from that brilliant Connor Jones line break now gone. So Reynolds brings us out to the right hand side. Here's Akings, he'll put a kick up in the air for Oldthirst to contest. I think that's been knocked on, so Featherstone don't get the try, but they get the next best thing, which is a repeat set right on that York line.
Yeah, well, Connor Jones has just come into the fray, and he's been a quality player in the championship for a number of years, and he makes the initial line break here. They're left with one marker. He beats Gannon with some footwork. Cook slips. He gets in between Cook and Geordie Thompson. McShane can't make the tackle. Beats Mataafa. It's Joe Brown that finally brings him down, but the referee stops play at that point because the doctor from Featherstone is on the field, I think, addressing somebody, and that's why he had to stop the play. And then obviously goes off, but it's a wonderful line break from Connor Jones.
So the scrum is dead centre for Featherstone. They'll come out to the left-hand side to Reynolds, who tries to put Jones through. I think Jones is filling in at centre here with Wynne off the field. Certainly where he was when he got that ball then. Addy on another slip. We've had a lot of rain here today. It will be greasy, that surface, as Judd brings us out to the right-hand side. Could be numbers over here for Featherstone. Akins through!
It's a penalty.
But he snuck his way in, I think, past a few of his own players.
Obstruction.
And it's going to be a penalty for obstruction. And the wait for the first try of the game goes on.
You'll see on the replay here now, Lewis, it's King Vayaha just takes McShane out on the outside shoulder. The referee's in a good position to see that. It's the right call.
So just when Featherstone thought they'd pick the lock, The referee says otherwise, and York will have an opportunity to clear their lines. And
Red line! Wait!
times in the first half where it looked like York were about to bash down the door and had a few repeat sets. They'll be grateful for the opportunity on this occasion to perhaps just take a breather and get the ball away from their own sticks for a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's almost been a case of whenever Featherstone have been in good ball attacking field position, they've got to end a set and they're giving away a yardage penalty. And on the flip side, when York have been up there, they've come up with errors. So neither team yet to just get that run of pressure on the opposition. As Hingano now
almost gets through, does get an offload away. So York keep playing up over the 40 towards the 30. Hingano. Kumatai back onto the field. He's stopped on the 30-metre mark. This is the last. Options on both sides of the ball. They come out to the left-hand side. Hingano puts a tall one up for Aikins to deal with, which he does.
That's a great take from Caleb Aikins there. He was under a lot of pressure. Great take from him.
Now Oldfirt's tasked with the job of getting his team away from their own try line. You have a crack, we have a crack. That's been the pattern of this game so far.
Jacob all the way. Wait.
And although perhaps both teams, both coaches might have liked to have seen a little bit more with ball in hand defensively, I think they'll both be very pleased.
Wait.
Can't disagree with you on that front there. What will be interesting now is if Connor Wynn
Aikins nearly through.
doesn't come back on Lewis, how telling that's going to be at the back end of the game.
Okay.
So Brown just dealing with the kick.
Surrender.
Runs into Jubb and Vuniawa. You can just see both sets of players have just been walking back a little bit. You can see the fatigue setting in.
It's so tense, this game. It's been a great game.
Will it come down to a moment of magic? Will it come down to an error? Will it come down to the off point, golden point? Who knows, Endo?
Let's give 6 again there. Liam Rush saying there was a flop.
Well, that'll help the York cause as they come up towards the 30-metre mark. McShane. Thompson through the middle, nearly engineering a gap, nearly going through it. McShane gets a roll onto Ty. Ty will ramp into the line, stop just short of the 10. Perhaps York's best opportunity of the second half. McShane, Harris goes himself nearly through. It's Reynolds who makes a brilliant tackle. Last gasp defending. McShane puts the kick across the line. Down the ball comes. But I think it's come forward off a York hand.
Yeah,
so
I think it has.
Featherstone survived, but he looked for all the world there as if Liam Harris had finally found some space and gone through the line.
Yeah, they had numbers here, the Knights, and Harris gets outside. Ben Reynolds there, but Reynolds just does enough to chop the legs and stop him short. Good scramble too on the inside. I think it was Aikins or Clay Webb, I'm not sure there, who come across in cover just to finish the tackle off. And McShane's kick was dangerous, but the Knights, in the process of trying to catch that football, knock it on through, I think, Ollie Field. And now Gabriel
Springer back onto the field for Featherstone. That'll add a bit of go forward and muscle. Aikins up over halfway. Just some little half gaps starting to appear that maybe weren't there 5 or 10 minutes ago. Reynolds. Oh, really nice short ball. Clay Webb goes through the line and he's just dragged down 3 or 4 metres away. One more tackle. Jones into that in half. Hampshire, a little bit of indecision about what to do with it. Brings it back on the inside to Aikins. Aikins can't quite find the space or the offload. But Clay Webb, well, that was a delicious ball and a really good line.
It was a wonderful piece of play there. Ben Reynolds with the no-look pass. Ball goes at the back from Addy to Reynolds, and Reynolds squares up nicely on Buddy. It's a no-look pass. It's a no-look pass that fools Liam Harris. He rocks out. Webb runs a great line, but I reckon if Webb had just ran straight, Reynolds is back.
Now there's an error here.
Oh, wow.
Featherstone are going to get the ball back. Metres away from the York line. Could this be the moment that this cup final takes a turn?
Well, like I said, it's been a good last couple of minutes there for Featherstone. You just see here the error that was made. Harris carries out a dummy half. He's driven back by Jubb and King Vuiaha. And the error, the ball spilled off the back of it. Be disappointed with that, Liam Harris.
So a golden opportunity for Featherstone to get the first try of this AB Sundecks 1895 Cup final.
You have to wait for the out call. Ben, wait there. Wait, boys, wait!
Another second attempt at the scrum.
Ball out.
So here we go. Featherstone out to the right-hand side. Jubb. York's defence does the first job. 5 more to do. Old 13
Back foot, wait. Go.
at acting half. He'll bring us out to the left-hand side. Plenty of numbers and shapes stacked over towards his edge, but Springer will just put under his jumper, get the legs pumping. Featherstone 8 metres away.
Go to.
Jubb comes left to Addy. Addy short ball to Vuniawa. He bumps off one defender and then another. Eventually he's dealt with.
Danny Addy's he's caught one there, isn't he? And I think the penalty's going to be awarded. It is for a late shot.
For a late shot.
Yeah.
It's a Kumatai, I think, who maybe has just got the timing wrong. Been a little bit too enthusiastic.
Unless you want to come here, it's up to you. That way.
Have a look on the replay here now, Lewis. It's Addy goes to the line, and yep, it's a Kumatai with the late contact.
Now this is, I think, interesting because you can take the 2 here if you're Featherstone, level the game up. It feels like the percentage play. But they've had a lot of possession.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of half chances, a couple of half breaks.
I think they take the 2 here, to be honest, Lewis. Level it up. There's still 20 minutes to go in the contest. Plenty of time, and I'd say Featherstone might feel that the tide is starting to turn. They've had the line break from Connor Jones and then the line break from Clay Webb. And
Well, Liam Rush is just having a word with Kumatai.
I think penalty sufficient, surely. Yeah.
Fairly sure that's what he said.
And the kick and tee's out for Ben
Penalty.
Reynolds, yeah.
Yeah, Ben
That's the
Reynolds
right call. That's the
points to
right
the sticks and says, "We'll level this game up, please, referee."
Line, please. It's a genuine attempt to tackle. He's late. It's genuine.
I do think Featherstone missed an opportunity when Clay Webb went through. He backed himself to go around the fullback. I think if he had played straight, he could have found Ben Reynolds back on his inside, and that would have been the first try of the game. And he backed himself and gets tackled. Jeez, what a contest we've had here this evening. What a great game.
You would expect that we will be locked up 4 apiece very, very shortly. Reynolds steps up and obliges, and we are level. We've got a proper cup final on our hands. How good's this, Hendo?
It's outstanding. It really is. It's been a great final so far. You know, it's played in good spirits. Both teams have competed hard.
Sometimes low-scoring games mean low quality, but I don't think it's been that. I think there's been some really good moments from both teams.
Both teams have been close to scoring.
I think defensively, both teams have been excellent, and that will have been the message, won't it, in the week? It's a cup final. Defend well, you're going to put yourself in for a good chance of doing it. The only problem has been that the other teams defended equally as well.
Yeah.
So here we go again. Just under 20 minutes left to play with 4 apiece. And there's a trophy on the line. Cup Finals football. Great to have you with us here on Super League Plus. Old Ferts ramps up towards the 30.
Movement, Paul, get square. Hold. Go to Jacob, not there.
Now they come out to the left-hand side. Vuniawa, who's done a big stint, hasn't he? He's done well.
He's done a lot of minutes.
Addy up towards halfway.
Akuma all the way. Go forward them.
Akins, he'll come up towards the 40, and it does feel like it's Featherstone on top at the moment, but this game has swung one way and then the other, hasn't it? And it just feels like he's waiting for someone to take a chance. Kick goes up. Matter Arthur brings it down up towards the 20-metre mark with the return.
Move now, back and hold. Wait, go on.
It almost feels like both teams will want to reset here in the next 10 minutes, almost go back to the tactics at the beginning of the game, complete. Get yourself up the field, pick where you play the game. Oh, it's another 40-20 attempt from Hingano. I don't think this one's quite going to have the juice, but I tell you what, it's not a bad kick. into that corner. Kick
good
chase is good again
Yeah,
from
it is.
York, so
Jesse D on that occasion.
Featherstone will have work to do to get away from their own line.
Yeah, it's a great kick from Hingano out of dummy half. Sees again that the wingers are up, there's space in behind. Obviously he was going for the 40-20, going for that big play to try and earn his side a good ball set, an opportunity to press the Featherstone line, but equally it's not a bad turnover as they now get their line speed.
Yara again, who's getting his team out of a little bit of a hole. Addy, he's up over the 30. Jubb in now at dummy half, and you think they'll just go long with this kick. That is what they do. Split to the winger and the fullback.
Good kick there from Hampshire.
Yeah, that's Arthur eventually bringing it in, but Hampshire doing what Hingano had done the set before and turning the opposition around. Harris now in at acting half to Brown. York players walking back, so very much on the back three to try and get them out of this end of the field. Oh, now Galliano's managed to wrestle himself free. Bumps off another defender, but then loses the ball. He did so much good work, but then it's Featherstone on the attack.
Oh, it's unfortunate there from Galliano. You said that the back three would have to get him out of trouble, and he does it with a fantastic carry. Busts a couple of tackles, makes the half break, and it's Will Jubb who comes to the rescue for Featherstone from behind, knocks the arm and knocks the ball free. And now it's
we can't take a breath, can you, in this final? Webb up towards the 30. The shape is on the right hand side, that's the way they come. Addy out the back to Hampshire. Hampshire with just a short drop off ball. York's defence again is very good, 20 metres away. Jubb, Addy growing into this game more and more. That sort of ball playing loose forward role. Jones in at hooker. Addy again at first receiver. Featherstone 10 metres away. One more tackle to try and take the lead in this cup final. We'll come right to Reynolds, who puts a kick through. It'll go dead.
Tackle set.
Reynolds was asking if he was taken out after the kick. The referee says no, and as you correctly point out, Andrew Anderson, it's a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, I think he was more hoping there the referee might go on his side.
Well, the kick was never on, was it? Even if he'd have stayed on his feet, he'd put too much juice on it.
Yeah, too much on it.
Brown up towards the 40.
Jimmy, get square, go and find me.
Every second that clock ticks down, the tension goes up.
Move Jimmy, Brown all the way.
It's like no room for error, is there, Lewis? There's no room for error. Well, it's a great tackle there.
Yeah,
wow.
Great contact.
Jack Martin's upended.
So there's not been room for error really, has there, all game? That being error is, of course, inevitable in conditions like these, but it's been so close. 14 minutes or so left in the game. You just wonder who's got the nerve. Mikey Lewis did it in the Betfred Challenge Cup final. Harris, ball into the air. Olfert's up to deal with it. It's come back. It's going to come back in Featherstone hands. But it's going to be an offside penalty, I think.
Yeah,
that's come off the hands of Olfert's.
Yep, that's what he's saying.
And then Harcastle brought the ball in, so it is going to be a penalty. And this one I think they will keep rolling, because this is not a guarantee from the kick. Liam Harris is very good with the boot, of course. But he will just stick that into touch. And York will have a full set on the Featherstone Rovers line. They've had a few of these, they've not made one count so far. At some point, something is going to break in this cup final. Will it be now? McShane in at dummy half. The shape is on the right hand side, that's where they come, but then they come back the other way. Harris, Hingano tries to get it through the hands quickly, goes to ground but stays in York possession.
Yeah, a little trick play there from the Knights, change of angle, trying to catch the opposition on the opposite side of the ruck, and the execution just not quite on point. So the Rovers are able to deal with it.
Martin stops. 15
Hold, wait.
metres away. Both teams have match winners, don't they? Here's potentially one of them, Hingano, out to another in Harris. Here's Matafa. Featherstone hold them out again. Matafa in an acting half. Full width for the field to play with. Harris stabs a kick through. Hingano goes chasing. And it's going to be a repeat set. Clever little kick that from Liam Harris.
Well, they've got to credit the goal line defence from both teams this evening, Lewis. It's been outstanding. You know, the Knights have handled everything on their try line. The Featherstone have thrown at them, and equally the Rovers have continued to turn up and support one another defensively on their try line. And that was a neat kick there from Liam Harris in behind the line, but it was Rocky Hampshire, I think, that had read the play, just dropped out the line slightly, sort of felt that it was coming, and he got himself in position to ground the ball. But it means it's another set of 6 that the Rovers will have to endure as Brendan Sandy now carries.
Sansi started that run from deep. He stopped on the 30.
Go on.
York now, their turn to try and bash down the door.
Move, Jimmy.
McShane assesses his options. Comes out to the left to Thompson. He finds Hingano. Hingano up to the line. Could be an overlap here if York can find it. Really good defensive effort again. Hardcastle just shutting the door. Still the pressure builds. Still we wait for a game-breaking moment in this cup final. Santi, the next person to have a go. Santi could be through. And again just has his feet taken out from underneath him. McShane goes himself. Poor McShane. Can't quite get the arm free. This is the last. One more chance. Harrison, that ball's come down. Knock on, says the referee. So Featherstone survive.
Who's he saying ball? Is he saying Rovers ball? Wow, you got it. Wow. That is tremendous scramble defence from Featherstone Rovers. I mean, this play here, it's Hardcastle that makes the tackle. Fields on his outside. That was a great piece of defence.
Bought it, hasn't he? So
yeah,
Hardcastle to make that tackle.
Absolutely. And then
Yorker in.
Santi shrugs off Clay Webb, makes the half break. Doesn't have anybody on his shoulder to offload to. Scrambling there, and then McShane jumps out of dummy half, and they scramble to save that. Then Harris out of dummy half. And you've got to credit the Featherstone Rovers there. That was tremendous scramble defence on their try line. They looked like they were shot then.
Move, Connor, get square. Back. Hold. Go free.
Connor wins back on the field there, Lewis. That's good news for the Rovers.
That's a boost, isn't it, for Featherstone, with 10 minutes or so left in the game. Probably a good time to point out that clock on your screen, just a guide, not hooked up to the referee's watch. So about 9 minutes left. Plenty of time for someone to find something. We could, of course, go all the way to Golden Point. And I'll tell you what, after the day we've had, you wouldn't rule it out, would you? Oh, big contact!
Gee.
Featherstone trying to force something.
Fair play to Galliano. He's took
done
the
well,
shot.
hasn't he?
He's got up and carried on and made a few more moves for his team.
So York handed the ball deep inside their own half. Their turn to do it tough out of yardage. And it has been tough, hasn't it, for both teams? Meters at a premium. McShane steps in at dummy half. Just a short ball to Matafa. He's brought down just short of the 40. We've seen a few 40-20 attempts. There won't be one here. Hingano brings us out to the left. York trying to just add a little bit of width to the play. Shut down on the halfway line. Hand in the air from the ref. So this is the last tackle. Hingano up to the line. Doesn't look like there's too much of a plan here. Eventually, Harris does put boot to ball. And Wynn does well underneath it. Tries to get up towards the 20, dragged back towards the 10 though.
Great defence from
York
the
have
Knights.
done that really well, haven't they?
Yeah.
This afternoon. Someone on that rugby league field has got the match-winning moment up their sleeve. We don't know who it is yet, but we're not too far away from finding out. We have to have a winner. Someone is going to lift that AB Sundecks 1895 Cup. Toss of a coin at the moment, isn't it? Who's going to be?
I honestly, I can't say.
So Reynolds out to the left-hand side. Clay again looking to try and find a little bit of a gap. This is the last.
Kick is clear. Darrell!
York again starting this set deep inside their own territory. When do you start thinking about the one?
Oh, well, I suppose if you're in a position to do it, you probably would go at this stage, wouldn't you?
In a game like this, I think you have to, haven't you?
I agree.
Scoreboard pressure.
Held! Release! 3 back. Go 3, well done, boys.
So you're inside their own half, but with ball in hand.
Good carry for Vingano.
Move now!
Yeah, he's got so many aspects to his game, hasn't he, Ato Ngannou? Very classy with ball in hand, but a physical half-back as well.
It was okay, but keep an eye on it.
Santi, who maybe just thought he'd have
5! Moving
got himself over the line a few minutes ago.
Outside!
Now the kick goes high. Aikens underneath it. He's been so solid.
Yeah, he has. He's been good today as Caleb.
Both fullbacks
Yeah,
have.
they have. Like you say, I think if you look at both teams, the sets of players have been great. It's really, really hard, isn't it, to pick who would be your man of the match today as well. It's been one of those games where everybody seems to be doing their jobs really well for both sets of players and both teams. Hence the scoreboard is what it is.
Brendan!
So Featherstone up towards halfway.
Move now! Back! Hold. Go 4.
Addy brings us out to the right-hand side. Slip again. Here's Clay, who's just starting to inject himself into the game.
Addy, Beckett, middle.
Danny, I need you, mate!
These are good.
Good now, play on.
That man of the match award, of course, he's voted for by the fans in this one. Get on to our league and
Wait! Go on.
cast your vote. I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. I think there's going to be so many different opinions on their man of the match this evening.
We had it in the Betfred Challenge Cup final. Mark Sneed, last trophy winner for the 3rd time, but also a losing medal around his neck as well.
Keep working with Addy.
York up over halfway.
Move now, Gareth! Gareth, up and try!
5 minutes away from golden point. Harris out to the left.
5! All the way! King! Connor all the way.
McShane,
Go 5.
he'll come short side to Harris, who'll
Vingano, Martin.
take the aerial route.
Kick is clear. Down.
Aikens again does really well to bring it in and then try and get himself away from the defenders.
Bailey. Connor all the way, mate. Connor.
This is sleepless nights territory, isn't it, if you make an error here?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Watch King.
Reynolds travelling along the line and drops it back on the inside to all thirds. If he finds open space, he can go. He's dragged down on this occasion.
5 minutes to play.
Featherstone looks like they're just favouring this near side, this left-hand edge a little bit in this second half, where they've had some joy. Addy.
Clear. 3.
Now we come out to the right-hand side. Althurst can find some space. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Go 4.
Thompson. That's okay. Thompson shot.
Jordan!
Rovers now trying their luck down the right. Not wise to it on this occasion, but as we come on to the last, Featherstone will have the entire width of the Wembley pitch to try and use. In the end, they keep it relatively narrow. High ball. Oh, really good again from Toa Mataafa.
Yeah, wonderful catch from
We
Mataafa.
said at the beginning how important the performance of the back three was going to be because of the conditions, because of the width of the pitch and the prowess of the kickers on the field. Well, they've been very, very good as Brown looks to try and get York upfield.
Go free.
Hold Addy. Middle.
Ooh, nearly just comes loose, but Kieran Buchanan does enough to keep hold of the ball. York up towards halfway.
Just keeping the simple on that set, aren't they, Lewis? Just carrying direct, no offloads.
Just feel, doesn't it? We're just in that thing now of who can get into drop goal territory first. Who's going to have the first shot? Aikens could be through. McShane makes the tackle, but Featherstone on the front foot and just talking about getting into drop goal range. They've got an opportunity to do that here. Old Thurt's up to the 40.
It's a great kick return from Caleb Aikens.
Addy, he'll bring us out. Vuniyola will have a crack. He makes some good meters. When do they get into range? Out they come to the right-hand side. Akins, there could be numbers if they can use them. York's defence is good again. Still tackles in hand for Featherstone. Could this be the moment? Out they come to left-hand side. Addy, Vuniala, back to Addy. Out to Reynolds. Reynolds will cut back inside. Hampshire. He'll crab along the line. Keeping the ball alive. Featherstone. Akins eventually brought down.
Reynolds is in position.
Undoubtedly drop goal range. Oh, but they go to the right-hand side. And the ball goes into touch.
Wow.
Oh. Well, the moment that ball went to the short side, Ben Reynolds had his hands on his head.
He did.
He was in the pocket. He was ready to go. And with minutes left on the clock,
Yep, they gave
Featherstone just throw the cup final away.
Well, they obviously saw an opportunity short side. They had the numbers, a 4v3 scenario, but they couldn't execute the skill well enough. But Ben Reynolds, he was in position. I thought they were going to go a play earlier, but they took it right to the last play. And as you said there, Reynolds, he put his hand on his head. He was in position for it.
Well, York do have 90 metres to travel here, so it's going to take some effort from them to get themselves into drop goal range on this set. Purely because of where the ball is on the field, you'd probably want to be in the Featherstone camp at the moment with the seconds ticking away, but anything could still happen. Here's Harris. Now York finding some space. Kieran Buchanan up over halfway. Harris again. This is the last. Do you try it?
Yeah, he's having a crack.
Harris is going to go for it. In the pocket, gets boot to ball, but doesn't make a clean connection.
7 tackle set.
It's going to be a 7 tackle set. And we'll just take this very brief pause in the game.
Oh, I can't
Liam Harris has been voted the player of the match. Will it be on the winning team? We are yet to find out. Edging ever closer to golden point.
It's almost like both teams don't deserve to lose. Both teams have been fantastic this evening. What a great game of rugby league football we've been able to put on here on Super League Plus this evening for the viewers.
Well, there's still time, but I've gone my entire life without seeing a trialist game of rugby league. I could be about to see one for the second time in 6 months. That one at the beginning of the season wasn't bad either, but here's some space for Connor Wynne. Here's some space for Connor Wynne. York's defence does well and sees him into touch.
Sure why he didn't come in there.
He was almost in two minds, wasn't he? You could see he sort of stepped, thought about it. Oh, Andrew Henderson, we've got to finish.
We have got to finish. I think Connor Wynn's made the wrong decision there. It was great hands from Featherstone down this left-hand side.
Well, there's the hooter.
The full-time hooter.
Golden point. Out of the nerves.
Oh, I can't speak, Lewis.
That's the end of 80 minutes.
Wow, what a game. What a great game of rugby league football.
Well, I'm glad it's got a point. I don't want to see the end, Hendo.
No.
What a day we've had. So here we go. The wait for a winner goes on, but it is York who will get first crack at it. No errors, no penalties. That'll be the big message, won't it?
Yep, absolutely. Ball control is imperative. Discipline is key.
Back, hold, go to.
We are going the distance at Wembley.
King back, go 3.
York up towards their own 40. We've seen a couple of 40-20 attempts. You wouldn't mind one here, would you, if you're a York fan? Up towards halfway they go. This is the last, so no scoring opportunity here. Harris will just put boot to ball and look to try and pin Featherstone in. Akins up to the line. He'll make it up towards the 20 before being forced back. Now Gale. York restricting the metres in the first couple of tackles in this set. Olferts is the next cab off the rank. He almost gets himself free, but he stops short. Featherstone asking for a penalty. Nothing happening, says the ref, around the shoulder. So Reynolds out of acting half, brings us out to the right-hand side to Akins. Featherstone will finish this set inside their own half, unless they can whip up some magic here. No boot to ball from Hampshire. Matt Arthur drifts underneath it, brings it in. And now it's York's turn to try and get himself into scoring range. You just wonder, don't you, with minutes left when Featherstone were 10 metres away, dead centre, are they going to rue not going for the one-pointer?
Quite possibly, Lewis.
McShane, who's covered every blade of grass. Former man of steel. Will he be leaving here a Wembley winner with the York Knights? Out they come to the left-hand side. Hingano up to the line. York making good progress. This is the last.
Harris is deep.
Harris wants it. He's got space. Puts boot to ball, but again doesn't find the range, and it's another 7-tackle set, and that could be important.
I'd said that before, and it goes dead. It's 7-tackle set, which gives the opposition now an opportunity. Harris set himself nicely. He had the accuracy, just didn't have the power to slot it over.
Big hold on this left side.
So Featherstone perhaps with slight advantage here. Still a lot of field to try and cover. Old Firks steps one way and then the other, and borderline, I think, probably just on the safe side of high, that tackle. And it has stopped Featherstone in their tracks. The metres have slowed down in this set.
Yeah, it's good defence from York at the moment.
That extra tackle could prove crucial, though, as Addy brings it up to the line, and now maybe they can find some space up over halfway. Still tackles in hand to try and work themselves into shooting range. Addy. Oh, big shot goes in. Featherstone still have ball in hand. Here's Gale travelling along the line. Gets the offload away. Beckett will play the ball, hand in the air from the referee, so it's a long shot, but it is a shot perhaps for Hampshire, and he can't make clean connection. Will this go out? No, it won't.
No, it won't. No, it
That's
won't.
going to bounce in, so no 20-metre tap, no 7 tackles for York, but I tell you what, that's as good as the way that they've come off their own line there.
Neither team relenting, are they? Neither team giving in. Competing hard to the end. It's been an exhilarating contest to watch.
Golden point in a cup final at Wembley. What more could you want? Great to have you with us here on Super League Plus. Hingano. Maybe now some space for York on the left-hand side. Galliano trying to get himself away. Their best opportunity, surely, to try and engineer something. Hand in the air. Where is Harris? In the pocket. Out it comes. It's not a great ball, but he gets a better connection. Liam Harris.
He's got it.
He's got it. Liam Harris kicks a drop goal, and York win the AB Sundecks 1895 Cup Final in the most dramatic of circumstances. Wow! Golden point, and we have a winner. The York Knights win at Wembley. So here we are, after 80 minutes and a bit more. We are ready to present the trophy. York Knights, Wembley winners, 2025 AB Sundecks 1895 Cup champions, the York Knights. The trophy goes into the air, the celebrations begin, and a wonderful day at Wembley is brought to a close in fitting fashion.
It certainly is, Lewis. There's some scenes of jubilation